Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Robbie Gould's got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. As Seattle's offense comes onto the field, we'll see a 10-year veteran under center, guy who broke into the league as a starter back in 2013, Geno Smith.
As I remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia, he was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. Penny hit, and the ball is jarred free.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Now it's Penny running right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Able to hang on to the ball this time, and in the process picks up the first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On first down, Smith. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 more there and another first down.
Now in his fourth year, you still have to marvel at the type of athlete that DK Metcalf is. Honestly, unfair to ask some corners to lock this guy down. And as we know, not many can. 75 catches, a career high 12 touchdowns last season, and a first down with that catch there.
Now Geno on first down. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. To throw is Smith. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does, and in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are, and you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
On second and 11 now. Smith. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
from the gun on third down. Smith. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. Throwing on first down is Lance. Flushed out right. And he fires one incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Not the warmest starts throwing the football. He was 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 on the opening drive.
So getting him comfortable is the key. And for him, it might be different than what we think is comfortable. We're probably thinking swing passes, easy check downs. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens them up. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. And Lance now to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 2nd and 10, Smith leaves it for Penny. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Geno now to throw. Left side complete to Lockett. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And he wisely will throw that one away. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 33 yards that time.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. We're scoreless after 1. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Ready, set.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett from a yard out. And the Seahawks post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the 2nd quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Open man is Juwan Jennings. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Takes it to about the 37. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Ready?
2nd down, and again it's Davis Price. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. From from the gun on third down. Lance looking deep for Jennings. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, we just got good ball control. This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The throw over the middle taken in. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
An 8-yard pickup, and the Seahawks 1st down.
They'll try the right side here with Penny. He juked him. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Working with a 2nd and 3. Now Smith. And his throw is incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Smith on 3rd down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
On 1st down, it's Smith. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Gino. That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now it's Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Let's go.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Following the fumble recovery, Lance. And this is caught, Jennings. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Set, ready. Come on, 38.
Lance now on 1st down. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Ready, ready.
After the interception, here's Smith. And this is going to be incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Smith. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
43 rail. Rail, yellow.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out. Sorry, Coach. We'll catch up with you after the game. We're going to skip through halftime here and headed back to the field for the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
2nd down, and again it's Davis Price. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Working from the gun, Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled down. He wound up getting 8.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Room here to run. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Second down, here's Davis Price. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
And now they'll throw with Lance. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Throwing now is Lance. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He gets this one to Davis Price. Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And the Niners are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. They'll run with Davis Price. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Ty Davis Price taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Niners are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Well, this will frustrate a coach right here. The flag is out before they get off the extra point. And this is going to be a delay of game. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it was the rookie, Ty Davis-Price, finishing things off with a touchdown.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
Fields this way up at the 17.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He hits his target, Lockett. Past the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if we turn to the next-gen stats, the final clocking, well, it's ridiculous. 22.5 miles an hour.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown, and cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off of play action, here's Lance. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Davis Price will try to pick it up.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
And the grab by Croft. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
Now Gold for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays.
And it was the rookie, Ty Davis Price, finishing things off with a touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. There's Tyler Lockett and the rest of his Seattle teammates coming out for the next possession.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now Gino on first down. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Smith.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Smith. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Penny up the middle. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one. It might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Geno now to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. McLeod to return it.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
San Francisco. Offense once more. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lance. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A very solid gain of 27. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Big Al Woods there to make the tackle. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Give to Davis Price up the middle here. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On third. Here's an option play right. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So a big kick coming for Robbie Gould. This to perhaps salt this one away. The kick by Gould is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. Gets this to Fant. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Smith now to throw. This complete to Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Gino. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Smith. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Lance going to keep it on the option. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And Lance again going to keep it. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expecting to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big 2nd half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game